full height. Good evening, everybody. We are going live in 2 minutes. Testing, one. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Village Guy Show. If you're joining for the first time, firstly, welcome. And for those that you are always watching on a Monday evening at 7 p.m., thank you. For the first-time viewers, we chat to people from Paul and Wellington doing amazing things. And yeah, we just celebrate the successes of those that are following their dreams and their passions, but also just to give the kids and the youth a bit of inspiration, and for people in the Paul and Wellington area to know more about the guys that are making waves locally and internationally. So before we go, we just want to, started the show a few months ago, and 3 weeks ago, we were open for advertising, and you won't believe it, we've got advertisers. So the first advertiser came on board was Broadway Hardware. They were here last week. It's really cool to see local businesses on board. And then this week we've got a new advertiser. It's Plumber Are We. They're also situated here in Paul. So different ways to advertise here on our platform. And thanks to those guys that are early developers, let's call it that. And then, of course, our place where we do all our shows and where we do the interviews and when we create all this content, at Workshop 17. One thing about Workshop 17 now is that they've got generators. And if you are sitting at home in the dark and you need to get office or Wi-Fi, there is no disruption here when you sit here. So they are out in Southern Paul. I've been with them probably for the past 3 years. They just the best. Come for a coffee, come give me a call. Lovely here. But just really, really thanks to the advertisers. And if you want to get on board, you know what to do, how to get hold of us. We are going to go to the movers and shakers every Monday. And what we do with the movers and shakers is the people of the past week that I post. So on my Facebook page, I just post all the people doing amazing things. And then after these movers and shakers, I want to tell you a bit more about the Paul Business Lab that we had 2 weeks ago. It's really, really cool coming to the Paul Business Lab. So the Paul movers and shakers are brought to you by Broadway Hardware. I have to get used to saying things like that for advertisers. So William Lloyd, Drummy Team, they did pretty amazing. They were at the 2022 SAMCA Nationals. and they were crowned runners up. They came second. There's a cool video on William Lloyd's Facebook page. I can't play videos here because Facebook doesn't allow you to play videos. But if you want to go see how the pretty cool dance they had, it's something really cool. And I mean, in Paul, they don't really need introduction to being drummies. Then we have someone making a massive name for himself internationally, Dylan Martin. So, I mean, since I've known Dylan, he's been in coffee and he's following his passion. He's currently in Doha now. He's running up the roastery there. And yeah, he's been in the U magazine. He's been on Klop, a local talk show. And he's really making a name. It just shows if you follow your passion and you're grinding and you believe in what you're doing, the right people see and doors are open. So well done, Dylan. And then Chad Adams, this weekend there was a varsity sevens competition. Chad Adams from Paul, he's also featured on my platform previously. He plays for Kofsies, and they played against University of Western Cape this weekend. They lost in the final against UWC, but he was awarded with a player of the tournament. So well done, Chad Adams. Proudly, Paul. Clint Sitzer, we are chatting to Clint Sitzer. Yeah, I forgot to tell you, we are going to be interviewing Clint Sitzer and we're interviewing Minke Ellers. Clint Sitzer, he was appointed as the head coach for a Western Cape basketball team for the disabled, physically disabled and impaired basketball players. And yeah, they also came second. So he got silver at the tournament. He's going to tell us more about the tournament. So well done to Clint, head coach. And then the sevens legend from Paul, Varushka Grains. It's clear that age is nothing but a number. Varushka was playing this weekend in the rugby 10s competition. It's an international competition, but they've got a South African league now and their various teams. One of the teams, the men's coach, the Balkans Honey Badgers that Varushka plays for, they won the women's competition and Varushka had featured there. But also very interesting, Shawnee Rasmus is the coach of the males team. They also played in the tournament. Then Nicholas Ace, from Paul, and he is currently playing for Czech Republic national rugby team. So, of course, he's a citizen in the Czech Republic. And he scored his first try for the international Czech Republic team. They played against Hungary this weekend. And, he's loving, I'm following him on Instagram if you want to go see his live up in the Czech Republic. He also started selling biltong to the Czech Republic people. So I want to try and get hold of him and find out what the Czech Republic people think about his biltong there. I also think he got married in the past year. So maybe I'm going to catch up with him soon. Well done, Nicholas. And then Bjorn Fortuin, Paul, Protea cricket player. He played his first ODI, 50 overs ODI this weekend for South Africa, the Proteas against India. Although they lost against India, Bjorn, he took his maiden wicket. So congratulations to Bjorn. And Bjorn is also in the Paul or the Royal Rocks team that's playing next year in the T20 competition here in South Africa. Well done, Bjorn. And then, like I said, we can't really play videos here, but Thakir Abrams was on fire this weekend for the Sharks. He scored a brilliant try, and I think he scored 2 tries, but one was really, really amazing. If you can go check it out on my Facebook page, his try was pretty cool. I can't put it here because, Facebook doesn't allow you to put videos there. So well done to Thakir Abrams. And then HB Kruger also was a very cool guy. He's been on the show. He's a cyclist. He just came from winning the gravel competition here in South Africa. And then he got his South African colors and he went to Italy yesterday and he rode in the gravel championships. And I think he came 70th or 77th. But I mean, to be selected, he also said the last time I chatted to him, he said the European competition is so strong. And I think to come 77th is something quite significant. So he was representing Paul and he was representing South Africa and Italy. So well done, HB Kruger. Before we get to Clint, I just want to chat to you a bit about the Paul Business Lab. So we had one 2 weeks ago. We have it at the end of each month. So we try and change in between the mental health awareness session and the Paul Business Lab. But the Paul Business Lab is such a cool platform because it's where entrepreneurs can come and learn from other business owners. Previously, we've had the co-owner of BMW here, Paul Berg, BMW Carl Dahl. We had the owner of Rembrandt Mall here. Those are just some of we had Real Milan here of Fruits Unlimited. So those are guys that are entrepreneurs that have their own businesses. But I think the chat we had this last week, we chatted to Andre Haasbroek. He just grew the name. You don't really need to know. It doesn't need introduction. Nibbly Bits, they've got stores all over. Of course, they're part of Into Food now, but he explained how he grew Nibbly Bits from 30 employees to 700 employees over 10 years. But it was such a cool conversation because he spoke about his journey, the challenges, the mistakes he made, and yeah, just some nice advice. And I think we were about 10 people, 10 or 12 entrepreneurs there. They had really nice conversations with him. They also asked him questions. And these are one of the sessions where I walk away and I really think she's like, to have a small business in Paul is very challenging. Or I think to have a small business in general is challenging. But sitting amongst other entrepreneurs and having the same problems or challenges, it's really nice to sit there and just see or get advice from other entrepreneurs. But this is just a quick clip from the show. But I thought I wanted to chat to Andre a bit about his entrepreneurial journey.
Talk about entrepreneurship, you wonder where to start. And working for somebody's got its advantages and disadvantages, but working for yourself just comes is just that extra. What I found was just the creativity that it brings to your problem solving and doing what you need to do. At some point, you've got to back yourself. You actually can think this thing through and through and through, but then I got to actually walk over the line. I got to leave the things behind me. It has to be a conscious decision and to go. Like hosting your people and all the best for the businesses. I love seeing businesses flourish.
Yeah, guys, so that was the Paul Business Lab. I'm still trying to secure my guest. It's an exciting guest for not the end of this month, but we're going to do it in November again. But I think if you're really a small business or you really want to network, the lab is something really nice just to be amongst like-minded individuals and small business owners. It's something really inspiring. But before we get to Clint, I just want to also just play a small clip. This is the Workshop 17 clip. So while Clint is trying to get connected, you can just see a bit more about Workshop 17.
Whether you have a big meeting coming up or need a change of scenery to brainstorm new ideas, Workshop 17 offers beautiful workspaces for individuals, teams and enterprises at affordable rates. Workspaces include phone booths, meeting rooms, boardrooms and auditoriums, which allow you to work, meet and collaborate in an optimal environment. With 2 locations in Johannesburg, 3 in Cape Town and thousands of members, Workshop 17 is proving to not only change the way we do business, but change the way we see it. You can choose between a number of workspace solutions that gives you unlimited internet access, ample parking space, access to facilities, and even optional access to all Workshop 17 locations for the traveling entrepreneur. Visit our website workshop17.co.za for more information and feel free to compare our membership plans so the next meeting or brainstorming session you have will be in the perfect environment to get the best results, all while enjoying the best cappuccino in town. We'll see you soon at Workshop 17.
Yeah, that was Workshop 17. We have got generators just undisrupted. I'm always excited to chat to this lady. I follow her on TikTok. She has amassed nearly 20,000 followers on TikTok. And I'm very new on TikTok, so maybe I must get some tips from Minky how to how to grow my TikTok. I see she does her monologues there, and yeah, I always she's got such a nice energy. I'm always excited to chat to her. So let's chat to Minka. Good day, madam.
Hello, Myles. Can you hear me?
As always, how are you?
Good and yourself.
All right, where are we on planet Earth?
We are situated in Cape Town, in gardens at the moment. I had a good
Okay.
working day. The weather is looking up. It's almost summer, so I'm very, very happy.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, just by introduction, Minka is a actress. Doesn't need any introduction on the South African acting space. She's very busy, and then also she's got a new gig on VIA on CakeNet, and I thought I wanted to chat to her about it. But before we get to CakeNet VIA, Minka, what's been keeping you busy over the past? Let's call it. 2022 is nearly done. What's keeping you busy?
Yes, see, it's been an amazing year, Myles. I think I always say you cannot complain about the things you prayed for. So I'm very grateful for work. I wouldn't say streaming in, but slowly, slowly approaching me this year. It's been a very successful year so far. I started at Media 24 in June. So I started working as a stylist and I started dressing some of their presenters. Fashion has always been a very big love of mine, and I never thought that I'd be able to, or privileged enough to have a career in that. So I started there in the art department, dressing their sets and working with the set design. And then I got the opportunity to start styling some of the celebs that are the presenters. And during that time, I told them that I really want to be a presenter one day, but I never get auditions for that kind of opportunity. So I actually hope that this is a testimony for young artists to just knock on doors, because I actually made a little presenting show reel and I put it on a flash drive and I gave it to two of the producers, and they decided to give me the opportunity to present a little insert on Minky's very successful show on VIA. So yeah, I think it's just another testimony of being in the room, being in the right rooms, but then also creating opportunity for yourself. So I've been very happy and privileged to be granted that opportunity this year.
That is pretty cool, madam. I mean, that's really amazing.
Thank you so much.
So what are you going to do on Minky's show?
So it's the people that know the show will understand it's based around the media and lifestyle influencer Minky van der Westhuizen. That's also a very successful model, and it's about Minky's people, the things she enjoys. There are quite big sponsorships involved in the show, and my insert in the show is called the Langtafels. I don't know if that's a professional name, but that's what we called it in the shoot. And it's about seasons coming up. So there are a lot of events, 21st, baby showers, kitchen teas, Tuindag was yesterday. And we got hold of a few creatives in the industry, not only people that work with flowers or that work in decor, but any kind of creative that we could put our hands on in the local industry. And they all had a few hours to kind of dress a table that they will be serving people, or people will come over and they will be seated at this table and be celebrating whatever the occasion might be. So I covered kind of how to approach that. I'm a very avid onthaler. I love partying and I love people, and I always love when people come over and I can choose the tablecloth and choose the candles or create the flowers and the table setting. So I thought it's the perfect thing to be associated with. And I actually hope that there's a future for this kind of show long term, for people to get all the quirks and little DIY hacks to make a very average, normal, even it would be a boring bride, but if you elevate it with the right creative instinct, it could be a very special celebration with your family.
That is so cool. I'm just intrigued. So if they really love you and you go on to Minky's show, what's the show's name going to be? Minky and
I got so many jokes about this. Me and Nikki actually spoke about it. I said, listen, if you ever grow tired, you have 3 little girls at home now. We can just change the I to a E. um, but no, she built an amazing brand. I mean, she's in her
Yeah.
13th season, and I was very blessed. I actually thanked her as well. Just to be a part of something like that for me. I mean, you can present something for one season and kind of disappear, but being
Yeah.
associated with this kind of brand, with the quality show that they have built, I feel very grateful to learn from the best in the industry at the moment.
Yeah. So I mean, really, like you are really like seize the moment. So I am at Media 24, and I see the opportunity, and you seize the opportunity.
Absolutely. I think that's quite a big part of our job. I remember when I spoke to you the first time, I also said, um, my dad always said we need to get you in the right rooms, but then you need to have a few spare conversations that you can
Yeah.
take with you into that room. So presenting has always been something I wanted to pursue. It is a bit more difficult to play yourself than to play
Yeah.
a character, I must say. You are a bit more critical on the appearance and the persona, but
Yeah.
it's something I really enjoy, and I haven't had a lot of auditions for that. That's kind of a word of mouth um, thing, and they have a big eye on who is in the industry and who's working the industry to get
Yeah.
those to give those opportunities away. So I was very lucky to be in the right room with the right people this year.
And yeah, I wanted a secret from you. How do you amass 20,000 TikTok followers so quickly? I started an account now, but you won't believe how I cringe every time I want to post a video.
No, Miles. I think we just need to care less, and we need to do
Yeah.
it for the love of comedy. I had such an awkward situation a week ago where there was someone. I mean, my monologues, I wasn't doing really good. I wasn't very loyal to them the past few months, working on a few different shows, and you don't have time. And then if you create content, sometimes you'll know it's forced. If you know that there's a deadline right now, you don't hit the comedy beats, and my writing wasn't where it had to be.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
realized that there are people that actually sent me a message and said, Minka, we're waiting for them, and who's the new character? But I had an interaction with a woman who sent me a DM. I had this persona created for this girl that went through a breakup, and she's on this diet and she wants to lose weight, and I thought it's very relevant with summer coming up, and she's just going to wear a wetsuit because the bikini bottoms in the store don't fit her bum anymore. And I had this whole thing, and I think it was an older lady as well. I usually give them an age and a name and a place. And I got this DM from this lovely woman saying that she's so sorry to hear about my and Louis's breakup, my boyfriend. And she knows that it takes a few frogs before you kiss the prince. And I had to explain to her, even though I really appreciate the message, it's not me, it's Sandra from Barberton or whoever. So I just really realized again that that's something I need to stay loyal to, because people really enjoy it. And it was amazing. It was such a tongue-in-cheek moment of someone
Yeah.
really enjoying the content so much that they really thought it was me
Yeah.
as myself.
No. No, I mean, I also watch your TikToks, and it's so entertaining. I mean, it's really, really amazing. So when do we see you on the show? Do you have a date? And I mean, are you going on holiday in November, December, or do you people, your industry, you don't sleep?
I think this industry is so fun. We have holiday every day. We can't take too much longer a break. No, I'm kidding. We're working ourselves to the bone. Minky season 13 started this evening at 5:30 on VIA. It's available from tonight on Catch Up. And I think it's at 6 o'clock on Saturday evenings on VIA as well, is the extra episode. But 5:30 on a Monday evening, I have my little insert on Minky. And then as of next week, there's a new show on CakeNet. It's been running for a few weeks, but I am on Fraxi from next week, which is Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock.
Fraxi is the series.
Fraxi, the series. So I'm making a small appearance as Kate, a very naughty businesswoman with big ideas and big ambitions, but such a small little part. And I'm very grateful to be working with some of the big names in the industry on that show.
Yeah, I think the two people from Paul also in that show. Is that the one with the investor, millionaire, Stellenbosch scene?
Yes, so Edwin van der Walt, who is in Paul Boys High,
Yeah.
he plays Skulk. He's the lead character.
Yes.
And then you
Yes.
have Sean Marku, I think Forster is his surname.
Yeah, he's in there.
also in the show. So Girls Eye, Boys Eye represent. No
Yeah.
Khamis. And Anlisa Monet Fenter was also in La Rochelle, and she's also a very beautiful
Yeah.
actress that's also a part of the show. So there's a
Yeah.
few Paul actors part of Fraxi.
Cool, man. And what you do in December? I mean, November, December, all chilled?
I am definitely pushing through its season, and I mean, COVID is over, hopefully, as if we're allowed to say that. But the international work is streaming in, so I've had a few auditions for American shows. There are a lot of TV season commercials that we are having castings for during season. So season usually starts in November and pushes through to I think like April. So when it's summer in Cape Town, there's a lot of work streaming in. So I'm gonna try and be as on top of it and my best version of myself for some international opportunities, hopefully, God willingly. But I'm definitely taking a break with my family and friends in Onrus. We have a beach house there, so I'll definitely
Awesome.
be taking a break and drinking some white wine and having a tan and eating some kreef. That's my favorite thing to do.
Minka, just quickly, would you say TikTok has contributed a bit to your, let's call it, profile in South Africa or internationally? Is it something that young actresses and actors should be doing?
Myles, absolutely. I had a conversation with a girl last week, actually at a shoot, where I said that if you are creating any content on Instagram and it is not on TikTok, you are jy's besig om jouself in te doen. You're not doing the work justice. TikTok is working so much for young creatives. The algorithm is so quick. For example, if I post something, nothing against Instagram, I know they have a different plan of marketing and pursuing talent. But if I post something on Instagram, I've worked it out. It's literally 10 times more pushed on
Wow.
TikTok with views and comments and
Wow.
engagement. So TikTok
Wow.
is working for me. I mean, I'm having these weird small little moments of bliss. I think first of all, it's teaching me to learn lines. I'm creating content weekly and I'm creating characters, so I'm words fit. I'm words down fit. I'm script fit. So I write something, I learn it, and now with all the auditions coming up, I feel like TikTok has really helped me to just practice my craft on a day-to-day basis. But there has been a few moments where my partner lives in Robertson in the Platteland. And I've been in that Checkers or in that liquor store a few times, and there's a tannie that knows me. So those people that say they're famous in China, I think I'm famous in the Robertson. It's quite nice if someone approaches you and they say, you know what, I really related with this girl who was so angry about this thing. And just enjoying the older generation actually also enjoying the content.
Wow.
It's been such a joy to see that it's worth it to create it for those people. So for the love of comedy, that's really that was the plan with the TikTok and the monologues, and it's working for itself at the moment. I'm very grateful for that.
Okay, no, I don't think I need any other. I'm just gonna have to be on TikTok from now on.
Absolutely, but we need to give you a persona. We need to give you something funny or you can actually just be yourself. I think the biggest thing is just to be on top of the amount of content you generate as well. I'm not that good with staying on top of it. Life happens, and then you prioritize the things that actually pay the bills. But as long as you keep working and keep posting, I think TikTok will really be a benefit to all creatives out there.
Madam, it's always very cool talking. I'll go inside. Sorry, something happened here with the sound.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, admin.